CEO, engineer, corporate leader, and citizen mom. Her story, amazing. Her journey through the corporate ranks, inspiring. Her name, Ursula Burns. The History Makers, the nation's largest African-American video oral history archive, is proud to present An Evening with Ursula Burns. And now to our host, veteran PBS TV journalist, Miss Gwen Ifill.
Tonight, we bring you the extraordinary story of one of the nation's most inspiring leaders. She's the president, the CEO, and now the chairman of the Xerox Corporation, Ms. Ursula Burns. Welcome, the most amazing person, Ms. Ursula Burns. Hey, homegirl. Yeah. We have a little Panamanian roots. We'll get to that in a moment, but I'm pretending like we're best friends already. I want to start off by asking you the obvious question, the elephant in the room question, and getting it out of the way. Everyone always describes you as the most powerful African-American so-and-so, whatever job you've achieved. Mm-hmm. Doesn't that caveat bother you, that you're not just the most powerful woman, the most powerful person in a particular job?
I actually don't even consider it a caveat. It's a fact, right? And it's not the powerfulness, but the woman and African-American are they're facts. If they stopped there, if that was the only descriptor, or the only thing that I had going forward, or looking backward at me, it would be a problem. But I'm not too concerned about that.
So if someone said that you were good looking but didn't say you were brilliant, like, say, the president said not long ago, yeah, you wouldn't necessarily be that bothered by that.
If they said I was the most powerful, the first African-American female CEO, period. Not that transformed a company, that helped to grow a company, that had great kids, that has contributes to society. Hopefully the rest of that comes after the factual descriptor of, what I am. So.
Tonight we want to capture the whole of what you are. A lot of people know what the headline is. They know what the comma is after your name, but they don't know the rest. So we're going to dig a little deep. We are both first-generation daughters of immigrants. And I know it shaped me, and it gave me a sense of who I am. I wonder if it did for you as well.
It shows up in the relationship that my mother had with her kids and our extended family. This idea that we can make our future was fundamental to my mother and to the way that she raised us. And that came because she came here with my father to have a better life, to provide a better life for her family that was not even yet born, right? Because I was born here, my brother and sister were both born here. But she knew that this place would give her a better opportunity to live a more full life, and she wanted that for her family as well. So this idea that you lay a foundation and that foundation spawns great trees, and that's what it's all about. My mother was an amazing woman in that way. Her whole life was dedicated and focused on her kids. Everything that she did was about making her kids safer, being better fed, well, better educated, more ready for the world. And that came because she actually saw opportunity, and
I always think it's quite scary to make a choice to move to another country and choose to be something else. They chose to be American.
Yeah. And the good thing is that some of her other family members, her brothers and sisters, had come as well. That made it a little bit easier. But when she got here with my father, who was out of the picture relatively early, so it was her, and my cousins and my aunts and uncles, etc. It was clear that her purpose after we were born was, single focus on these 3 kids.
And when you came here, you didn't come here to a life, as many immigrants don't, she didn't come here to a life of ease. In fact, you grew up here in New York on the Lower East Side. You want to show people a little bit of your background. Let's take a look.
The year was 1959, and the residents of Baruch housing projects often sought refuge from the dangers of daily life. They included a single mother with 3 kids. Her name was Olga Burns.
I think what is important, if you really want to know Ursula, talk to Ursula about her mother and the impact that her mother had on her life and the entire family.
My mother stressed education. She always told us that that's one thing in life that no one can take from you. So education was the thing that was stressed in our house.
Ursula talks about a saying her mother had, that where you are doesn't define who you are. And I think the importance of that is Ursula saw that role as a way of paving the way forward for her vision for herself.